What's going on, everyone? I am back with another TYSK report. Let's go ahead and not waste any time and dive right into this tech news. Anduril is working on the difficult AI-related task of real-time edge computing. Anduril announced its 9th acquisition on Monday with the purchase of Dublin's Class, makers of ruggedized edge computing equipment for the military and first responders. Relatedly, Anduril has announced a new product called Menace-T. While most of us envision a portable command system being the size of a truck, Menace-T fits into 2 carry-on cases that can be set up by one person in minutes, the company stated. Its goals is to bring edge computing and communications to off-grid and/or inhospitable environments. Anduril says it's already being used in military ground vehicles and maritime vessels. One interesting use case for Menace-T is compute and communication support for the military's integrated visual augmentation system IVAS VR headsets. Now Anduril thinks that the Class technology that powers its Menace-T product can solve some of IVAS's other historic problems like reliable data processing. Beyond Anduril's military objectives, there are a host of other computer vision situations that are not practical until more powerful edge computing becomes available. This ranges from automotive to industrial or even areas like pollution monitoring. While Anduril is clearly focusing on military and related fields like law enforcement, should it solve the edge computing issue for IVAS, there are at least as many commercial possibilities for the tech. Anduril hasn't ruled out one day pursuing those as well. So that's just some of the latest news from Anduril, and because of what they're working on, I believe many companies and lots of countries are all moving into this direction of having real-time everything where compute and communications are giving them all the information that they need without any delays or any mishaps. So over time, we shall see what this Menace-T is going to be able to do for those military objectives, and with more enhancement and improvements, we could hear about this technology being utilized and integrated into other industries for other use cases. Meet Posha, a countertop robot that cooks your meals for you. Posha builds countertop robots that make meals using computer vision. Users scroll through a list of recipes, select the one they want, add the proper amounts of the requested ingredients, and the machine makes the meal from there. The process is designed to be customizable and forgiving, so the machine allows people to make substitutions, and Posha still works if a user doesn't measure their ingredients perfectly. While Posha does a substantial amount of the work by cooking these meals, consumers still play an active role in shopping for ingredients and preparing everything that goes into the device. Shopping, especially, can take up a fair amount of a recipe's cook time. Gupta agreed that some people are just not going to go for a solution that still requires them to do some of the cooking. He said that Posha has found the most success thus far with customers who like to cook 2 to 6 times a week and are looking to lighten the load a few of those evenings. Gupta said that so far, Posha has mainly relied on word-of-mouth marketing for the $1,750 direct-to-consumer countertop device. The company launched its Posha robot in January 2025 and since sold out its first batch and is taking pre-orders for its second. Alright, so since it sold out that first batch with pre-orders for the second, this looks like a robot that many people are very interested in. Now, at that price tag of $1,750, it may be a lot more than people will want to spend on something like this, but I believe over time this type of technology is going to get better, and in the future it could be a lot more because of the enhancements it would have. Also, another thing to point out is how you have to prepare the food before the Posha robot can cook it, but with humanoid robots and the enhancements and improvements that are coming down the pipeline in the future, I believe you would be able to order your food, have it delivered to your home or place that you live at, have the robot bring it into your home, put it into chef prepare mode, and then once the food is prepped, it would be able to put it into the Posha and your meal would be ready before you even make it to the front door. But that could be 7 to 10 years from now, but in due time, we could see this playing out in the future. Reborn is thrilled to announce a groundbreaking strategic partnership with Unitree Robotics. This collaboration marks a significant step forward in the development of data, models, and humanoid robotics with the shared goal to accelerate physical AI. As part of this partnership, both companies will co-develop cutting-edge AI models tailored specifically for Unitree's humanoid robots. By integrating Reborn's Roboverse training infrastructure, human datasets, and embodied AI models with Unitree's robot, the collaboration aims to accelerate the creation of more robust, adaptable, and intelligent robots. Some of the key areas of the partnership include the Roboverse simulator, human motion datasets, developer community, and innovative robotic solutions. This partnership marks the beginning of an exciting new chapter for both companies as they join forces to push the boundaries of humanoid robotics. Together, Reborn and Unitree are committed to building the next generation of intelligent robots that will serve a variety of industries from retail to industrial and beyond. Alright, so Unitree Robotics is a company that I've been talking about for months now, bringing you lots of information about their Unitree robots. I showed you them being involved with sports such as soccer/football and also boxing, and then the slight mishap that they had in a marathon. But outside of that, this looks like the go-to robot that many companies are very interested in, and with a partnership like this, it's only going to make this robot better, and I believe in the future it's going to be able to do a lot more things than we can imagine at this time. Personal flying vehicle with 500-mile range has been announced. A new hybrid electric vertical takeoff and landing vehicle aimed at personal ownership and flying has been introduced by a London startup. The 3-seater Sigma flying vehicle from Alto Volo would feature a tilting jet propulsion system with a promise of a range of 500 miles and a crushing speed of 220 miles per hour. The vehicle would use batteries for vertical takeoff and landing and liquid fuel for long-range flight, according to the company. Alto Volo has received support from ANSYS, which provides simulation tools to F1 car racing teams, with a scale prototype testing complete before starting to produce a full-scale demonstrator. Based on the announcement, the vehicle would require federal certification to be flown by a licensed pilot. No such vehicles are close to approval by the Federal Aviation Administration in the United States. Similar to other developers of certified personal aerial vehicles, Alto Volo plans to solicit advance orders for a waiting list, in this case starting in July. So for those of you individuals out there who may be interested in something like this, you now have your opportunity to get on that wait list and could one day have your own personal flying vehicle where you're able to zip back and forth in the sky from one place to another. Now with this flying vehicle, I believe it's a lot better than this one right here that I talked about a while ago, due to the fact that you have something covered around you and not having all that open space where it could seem like any moment you may fall out of it even if you're strapped in very tightly. EcoFlow brings its plug-in solar power plant to US homes. The US is finally getting a version of EcoFlow's DIY balcony solar system. EcoFlow says its Stream series will be the first plug-in solar products to go on sale domestically, allowing anyone in a house or apartment rental to easily lower their energy bill while also providing a modicum of backup power if the grid goes down. Unfortunately, they're only going on sale in Utah, which recently approved balcony solar systems that plug directly into 120-volt wall outlets, and no messy interconnection agreement is required with your utility company. Balcony solar systems have already seen widespread adoption throughout Europe, where millions have been safely installed. The plug-and-play Stream series relies upon a microinverter to make solar energy grid ready for insertion back into the home. Some of that energy can also be diverted into EcoFlow's batteries for use in an emergency or for delayed release back into the home to help offset the higher prices utility companies charge when electricity demand peaks each day. The system can be configured with up to 2,000 watts of solar input from panels placed on a roof or the ground or slung over a balcony. EcoFlow's Stream devices are compatible with the company's new Oasis energy management platform that lets you remotely monitor and optimize everything according to your needs inside the excellent EcoFlow app. Because of the intense energy usage that is going to be coming in the future, this is probably going to be something that many people are going to be interested in having, because we don't know what to expect when it comes to the changes of how energy is going to be used in the future. Plus, with all the changes that are happening around the world when it comes to people's finances and the issues that they're going through, at this moment, being able to save on an electricity bill would really be helpful for lots of people. But it's only available in Utah at the moment, and I believe if things go well, it could expand to other states. Hyundai unveils the new Elexio electric SUV for China with 435 miles of range. After unveiling its new electric SUV, Elexio, Hyundai said it's about to write a new chapter in the world's largest EV market. With a sleek design and up to 435 miles of driving range, this could be Hyundai's next big hit. The electric SUV features a full-length light bar across the front and a closed-off grille. It's also much less boxy than the Ioniq 9 and has an aerodynamic profile. In the past few weeks, Beijing Hyundai revealed its in China for China to the world strategy in Shanghai, where the Elexio made its global debut during a media exclusive event. Hyundai said the electric SUV's debut opened a new starting point for the transformation from traditional fuel vehicle giant to electrification. During the event, Hyundai called China a must-fight place for global automakers and the core of Hyundai Motors' global strategy. The company plans to build a full lineup of pure electric, hybrid, and extended range vehicles with advanced new sedans, SUVs, and MPVs. Based on Hyundai's eGMP platform, the Elexio SUV has a CLTC driving range of up to 435 miles. With an 800-volt architecture, the electric SUV can charge from 30% to 80%. If you're not familiar with China's EV market, based on what I know, I believe that BYD is leading everyone else out there and has been having a lot of success when it comes to the EVs that they've been putting out. So I think that Hyundai is seeing that growth and wants a piece of it. And with this Elexio vehicle that they have at the moment for people to buy out there in China, it's definitely going to be a battle for them to get into the minds of Chinese consumers who are very familiar with BYD's vehicles and also other players out there in China. Microsoft's new Surface devices ditch magnetic charging port for USB-C. Microsoft announced two new Surface devices, and neither comes with the company's Surface Connect charging port. The Surface Pro 12-inch and Surface Laptop 13-inch can now only be charged through USB-C ports on the devices after years of Microsoft equipping its Surface laptops and tablets with the company's proprietary magnetic charging port. Microsoft also no longer ships a charger in the box for its latest Surface devices in compliance with EU initiatives to reduce e-waste. The switch to just USB-C charging on Surface devices comes nearly 8 years after Microsoft was originally under pressure to add USB-C ports to its hardware. Alright, so that's a wrap for the TYSK report. I hope you enjoyed the video. Do me a favor, like the video, subscribe, check out these two videos right here. Let me know what you think and stay tuned for the next video.